Start streaming. Let's see if this works.
What is there? Now the video's on there twice in my sub box. What?
Is it? It says live now.
Oh, is it? I can't.
Is it the same link as before?
I've got a separate thing.
Might be
hang
yeah,
on.
might be
Oh, you're live. You're live.
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 Go!
Way!
Is it the same link as before?
No, I was just in it. It still said waiting a second ago.
All right.
We've
An
done it.
error occurred.
It's
not
live,
live,
it's
though.
working, it's
Live.
functioning.
It's
Link it
functioning.
again.
Link it again. Can
What
somebody
again?
Derpy, you have permissions to announcements on my server. Can you just announce it?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
If any of you have the stream pull up, now's probably a good time to mute.
Yeah, everyone mute the stream. All right, we finally can start. So hello everyone, welcome to the Minecraft Survivor Baffin Islands reunion stream. How's everyone feeling? This is to the cast.
Okay, yep.
About the same as when you first attempted to stream this.
We've tried this like twice now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to enable auto start. Anyways,
Yeah.
so first off, we're gonna go through the cast and ask about their thoughts on the game. We're gonna start with the person who was voted out first. That's here. So Shane, how does it feel to go out fourth from that bullshit challenge?
You know, it was whatever. I mean, obviously during the actual game, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but then watching it back, I'm like, yep, that makes sense. This is that makes 100% why that happened. And the challenge itself, I mean, yeah, that was kind of ridiculously stupid. We were ahead for almost half the challenge after whatever part, the parkour part, but you know, whatever. You can't win them all.
Yes, sir.
Unless you're Tukakak.
Unless you're
Or
Tukakak.
any of them.
Or any of them. Anyways, all right. So Sylvia, I know you had to leave the game because of internet issues or whatever. We played it off. Blah 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 blah. How does it feel that you had to leave the game through that way? Which honestly sucks.
I mean, I don't care because I got to see how people really feel about me. You know, I went home as the biggest bitch in there. I was absolutely hated, so yeah, I'm fine.
Sugar, how's it
Well,
feel?
at least you're proud of it.
Sugar, how does it feel to play Night on someone else and proceed to go home?
Oh, lovely. There is one thing I want to say about that, which was missed in the edit, is that it kind of explains why I didn't give my vote to PvP. We had how long was it? 5-10 minute conversation.
It was like about 5, yeah.
It was a long conversation, yeah.
Mhm.
Where we sort of, well, I thought we was having a very respectful conversation about how our games are going in 2 different directions, and obviously we probably weren't going to be able to work to each other, as far as I'm aware, we both was like, hey, we're not voting for each other this time. Don't worry about it. Cool, whatever. That obviously wasn't the case, but like I said after I was voted out, I'd rather play it incorrectly on Boom and go home myself than play it incorrectly on myself and watch Boom go out.
All right. And also, before we continue, the fan favorite poll is in the description. Vote for your fan favorite. The fan favorite poll will close towards the end of the stream, so whoever wins will announce then. Aquarius, you were very well received by the audience. Like seeing all that like positive feedback from the audience, how does that make you like feel like after the game?
Well, it makes me feel like excited and happy. I didn't think that I would get the reception that I got. And I don't even like I don't know, it was just great. It was cool to read comments and see people like you for I don't know, especially because like I'm one of the people this season who is disconnected from everyone. I'm disconnected from the Minecraft game show community writ large, really. So it was cool to just see people support me just for what I showed in the episodes themselves.
All right, Toad, can you explain your
Saw.
romance with Sugar?
Oh my god.
It hasn't yet evolved into a sexual relationship because unfortunately we do have to social distance. But you know, when he did end up going, I was just like, as soon as he played that idol for Boom, I was just like, this guy, I immediately shut myself because at that point, I kind of knew it was going because obviously fate has to turn out that way. It's like Romeo and fucking Juliet and some shit, except it's 2 Romeos. And basically, as soon as he kind of gave that idol to Boom, it was like a character development. It's like the movie Cube, where two people, the two of the characters have this conversation where one of them's like a protagonist kind of character, and the other one's kind of a little bit of a shithead. They have this conversation, and
which one am
the
I?
shithead. No comment. And the shithead kind of grows a little bit, and he becomes a bit more of a protagonist type character. And then the following scene, the protagonist fucking dies.
Okay,
That's
I think
sugar.
You're the
All right, Isaac. Going so far into the game and losing to fire making, do you believe that you would have won if you made it to the end?
I mean, I've been told I would have won had I made it to the end. So at the time, I didn't think I would beat PvP. I didn't realize how much the jury hated him, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take, being 4th place robbed over making it to the end and not having a case.
Yes, sir. Also, chat, you guys can put in questions at any time, and I'll ask them after I'm done with this little segment, and with my questions. So post some questions, and I'll ask them to certain people. PvP has to feel like it's 0 votes.
Okay, so I knew something around those lines were gonna get asked. When I played this season, it was like, I was playing in the sense because I played in a lot of games recorded where I've always been like targeted out for sometimes for good reasons, sometimes just because literally my name is PvP Fighter, and that's enough for some people.
Who?
No, I'm being serious, Shane. This happens a lot. Like it's gross. It grossly happens a lot.
I know, I'm joking.
So
Shane's just thinking, you don't say.
What I'm trying to say though is that despite all that, when I was going into this season, and especially with that first vote, it did put me in the mindset of, well, here we go again, with another season where I'm getting targeted to no end. And that was the mindset I was in for the rest of the season. If I had realized when I was watching it, that, well, I was acting very egotistical thinking that I was one of the top dogs. Yeah, it was a bit of a eye-opener for me to see that it wasn't like that at all. I don't think my game was as bad as everyone thought it was, but I also think it wasn't as good as me in the season thought it was. I don't know. Ultimately, I do wish I would have gotten a few votes. I do think I deserved more than that, but I mean, majority of it was people mad at how I played the game and, me being called a follower to Socks, even though that was more just us working together. I don't know. It's mixed feelings. I kind of accepted it, but I'm just trying to move on from the season,
Yes, sir. Shout out to Gold Carrot. Remember to ask questions in chat. Yes, Derpy. What's up, Michael, Kane, and NKS? They've all joined the stream. We have like 13 viewers right now, which is pretty cool. Super. Did you expect to get second, or do you think you're gonna win?
No, I thought it was gonna get third, but no.
Why do you think you got those 2 votes?
Because Isaac was my ride or die, and I don't know what the fuck was going through Socks' head. I think he was on crack or something.
Yes, sir.
I distinctly remember Socks saying extremely bitterly when he got voted out that if me or Boom reached the finale and to the final tribal council, he said he'd vote for either of us. And that didn't happen.
No, I thought he would vote PvP.
I think Socks meant more.
Yeah, I 100% thought he was going to vote for PvP, but he said that out of bitterness just to try and get us out.
Yeah, we can have some people. Boom, are you back from eating dinner? Are you still... Boom? Boom went AFK, by the way, so we'll ask his question later. Anyways, so before before we get to Nick Cross's question, I always like to ask this. So say Boom wasn't in the final tribal council and it was Isaac. Sylvia, Sugar, Odka, and Toad. Who would have you voted for in that final 3? So we'll start with Sylvia.
Oh, Isaac. Isaac, hands down.
Isaac, 100%.
Hands down.
PvP.
PvP?
Bloody hell.
Why? Why, Sylvia? Why would you vote PvP?
Because he was kind of respectful, like the other, I don't respect bitches, so moving on.
Alright, PvP, that wasn't a shot at you, by the way. I just want to know a reason. And Odka, who are you voting?
Isaac, hands down. I think he played the best half of the end of the merge better than anyone else.
Alright, and can we actually, there's a question in the chat. Can the people who were on the jury explain who voted Boom, explain why they voted Boom?
Yeah.
Oh, Boom, you're back. Hold up, Boom. Boom, how's it feel to win?
Oh, it feels awesome. Feels really epic. You know, just kind of nice to know that like I was there for like a whole day. I was super tired. I still ate pizza, but that's besides. I think I ate pizza. Pretty sure it was pizza. But yeah, I'm just glad to know that my time wasn't wasted. I was able to come out on top, and yeah, it's awesome.
All right, now we're gonna go back and can you guys explain why you voted Boom? We'll start with Sylvia.
I don't know why I voted Boom because I wasn't there and I didn't watch the finale. So, yeah.
All right, Sugar.
Wow, whatever.
Quite simply, actually. You don't go to every tribal council and make it to the end without at least deserving 2 or 3 jury votes. I mean, if I'm being honest, when I had my jury list of people like who wanted to vote for 1 to 7, I'm fairly sure PvP was 7th and Super was either 6th or 5th, whilst Boom was 2nd. So Boom's making it. Who do you think, Toad? Who do you think? Who do you think?
Just trying to feed my fragile ego.
It was definitely me, 100%.
Oh yeah.
All right, Odka.
Why I voted for Boom instead of the other 3, or instead of the other 2. Well, first of all, Boom is just like an amazing personality and fun guy and great representative for the season, I think. So
Thank you.
I thought he fit that bill better than anyone else as someone who's been through every tribal council and as someone who was a relatively prominent character on every episode. But it was sort of, when it came down to actually making the vote, it was sort of a process of elimination thing where it's like, yeah, Boom might have made some pretty terrible plays throughout the entirety of the season, like admittedly. But at the same time, he's the only one who I felt tried to establish some sort of genuine social connection with me throughout the entirety of the game. And I think that's sort of the nature of, it wasn't necessarily a pagonging, but it was definitely a lime versus pink mentality at a certain point in the game, especially before I was voted out. And I feel like PvP and Super just never talked. We never had any dialogue really that would have made me feel any sort of attachment or willingness to vote for them anyway. So it just sort of felt like a process of elimination thing.
And then Toad.
I mean, unlike quite a few of the people here, the reason I didn't really vote for Boom, it's more like I didn't vote one person to win. I felt like I was just voting for 2 other people to lose because, let's face it, during the entirety of the merge, the 6 people most likely to win got voted out one by one, and then Sylvia just kind of left. So, the 3 least likely people to win, no offense, at the final tribal council made it. No offense, Boom. Sorry, seriously, no offense. But if anyone else was there, probably would have voted for them. But they were probably the least likely people to win. But I still voted for Boom because, once again, like what August said, he established a general. Sylvia, no, I wouldn't have voted for you because you weren't really a threat. It's like that's like disincluding you because you kind of left. You didn't get voted out. No offense, but
internet issues.
But basically, I voted for Boom because he established a connection with me, whereas PvP and Sugar, it's felt like everything they do and everything they said, they just scurry back to their massive majority alliance. For example, when we're having the advantage on the boat, when Super was sitting on that boat and found the advantage, and he said it was his move that he played the OxyClean and got rid of Olga's vote and got Sugar voted out. And then PvP saying he got Sugar voted out. They were both trying to take the credit for a Final 8 move, whereas Boom said it was probably the most influential point of his game, even though it wasn't a positive thing. He said it really did. It showed that there was some change in his character, and he didn't, fuck up as much as he did with his missed idol play. And also Super, when you took the credit for finding the OxyClean, 3 of the 4 people on that reward were part of the majority alliance, per se. So if any of the 3 people had found it, they probably would have scurried back to the majority alliance and used it like you did.
Do you want to say, if I can chime in here, I think Super would have had my vote hands down if he just owned his game a little bit more. A few people noticed in the comments of Sock's vote out that he was apologizing to PvP and all these things. I don't know, from my perspective, it's own that move as your own rather than backtrack with the other people, because what wasn't seen after Socks got voted out, which swayed my vote and possibly other people's vote when I was talking to them was that Sox attributed that move solely to Issac and made it seem like Super stayed loyal and was equally blindsided by that move just as well. So if Super owned that move and made it more clear that he also partook in that to the jury, I think he would have gotten my vote and probably might have won.
Yeah, just also to kind of say this, to Super, if you owned that move, you still would have been fine anyway. Like, everybody still trusted you. The only person left who wouldn't have trusted you would have been PvP. But even so, that would have been a 4-5 at the time, or 4-1 at the time. And, like, you know, so I thought it was kind of a little bit of a bad idea to just kind of brush it under, be like, oh my goodness, I know. But, you know, that's just me.
Shane, who would have you voted for if you made Jerry, if you were in Ecko's position?
If I was Ecko, probably Boom, just for the sheer fact that literally tried to get the two people I thought I could trust the most to vote him out, and then they didn't, and then they both got voted out. So, I mean, he's the only person that survived, so good for him, but...
Thank you.
It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Does anyone else think it's insane that Shireah member won?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
it's
no,
just for the
that
it's
was
just-
very shocking.
For the sheer fact that usually what happens is that people will just forget, because, like, they're like, oh, well, they're gonna eventually get voted out, or no one will want them, like...
I distinctly remember, like, during Camp Life on Lime Tribe, they were always saying, oh, we can't take a Magenta Tribe member to the finale, otherwise they're just going to pull Denise. But I was thinking, like, oh, no. I mean, you could go to every tribal council and make it just a final tribal, but if you don't have a good case for the jury, you're fucked. And Boom had a good case, so if he had a shite case, he wouldn't have won.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we have some questions from the chat. Boom, how does it feel to win your home territory?
Feels pretty epic, you know. The Baffin Islands, Canada. You know, I'm pretty sure penguins aren't from here, but you know, ice, snow. I slid all over the place with my beautiful stomach, and that's pretty much it. There weren't any polar bears except for the first one, but I took care of him. He's not around anymore.
Odka, do you regret taking Boom instead of Shane? For the Nick Cracker said, does Odka regret taking Boom to the merge instead of Shane? It seemed like a weird play.
Oh, I mean, in hindsight, yes, but I still because I didn't do as well as I wanted to. And Boom, I credit that to Boom's social game because he was really convincing that he was able to pull people from the other tribe and then he knew other people. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with him. But my mentality going into it was either Shane will sort of be like a Joe Anglum or something, and people will just gun for him right away, and then we'll be down in the numbers immediately. Or he'll flip to the other side, which was something that both Boom and Ecko were equally worried of. In hindsight, maybe neither of those things would have happened, but in the game, that was the mentality. But I mean, I didn't. Maybe I would have done better. It's hard to tell. You never really know.
What's your first question? NKS. Just re-say it so I can't scroll up right now or I'll pause the stream.
I can see.
So Shane and Sugar, you guys were the tribe captains. Do you feel like that this twist put you at a disadvantage, or do you guys feel like it was kind of a good thing for your game? We'll start with Shane.
I don't think it really made a difference. I just think that when we were picking things for people to go somewhere, I just basically said, all right, you good with that? Yep. All right, cool. And we went from there. I mean, besides that, the real point of the thing didn't really give me an advantage or disadvantage. It's not like it basically was like, yeah, you don't have to get voted out.
And Sugar?
It's just there.
Yeah, pretty much the same. The only small advantage I got is that knowing that 3 people voted for me, including myself, there's 4 people right there, so I knew.
Would you vote for yourself?
I voted for myself.
No, I didn't. I didn't even know you could vote for yourself, but I knew that 3 different people voted for me. With me, that's 4, so there was majority. So I felt somewhat comfortable knowing the fact that if we did go to tribal, I'd have at least 3 people coming to me like, "Hey, I voted for you to be captain. I want to work with you." Because, like I said in one of my first confessionals, you don't vote someone to be captain if you want them to lose, unless you're an idiot. And I don't think most of the people on this tribe are idiots.
Me getting 0 votes and being one of 2 people not to get any.
Yes. put your question. Nick Krakus also asked another question. Isaac, why did Isaac wait till the very end to make those big plays? Why didn't he vote PvP at the first merge episode?
Okay, the reason I didn't vote PvP at the first merge episode is that I really wanted to put a dent and kind of prevent the original Shireah members from getting any sort of early momentum at that point, because I kind of knew that the Tukakak majority was going to fall apart at some point. So I figured by taking out one of them at the very start of the merge, that would be more helpful down the line. And then kind of the final 9 happened. I really wanted to make a move at the final 8, but because of the way that reward challenge played out, I wasn't able to talk with Boom and Aquarius. And instead, Sugar was able to, which kind of forced me into this position where I don't really know what happens if Sox gets voted out there. And I kind of knew at that point that was going to be Sugar's move. Even if I flipped, I would just be seen as trying to avoid Rock, which, I mean, I hate Rock, so it would be a pretty believable thing. At the final 7, I knew that making a move then would be the most stupid move of the game, honestly, would have been to flip right then and there, because that would have left the numbers at final 6 to have been Toad, Boom, and Aquarius together, then Super and I, and then PvP on the outs. So those 3 would have had the numbers at 6, and there would have been really no way to fight against that unless they imploded, which I wasn't ready to put the hands of having that alliance implode when they've pretty much been together through on the bottom for a while now. So that's why I waited until the final 6. And I think that I did make the right move by waiting until then, because I think that had I made it earlier, I don't think I would have even made it to Final 4. And I mean, I was one fire making challenge away from probably winning the season. So,
all right, and guys, vote in the fan favorite poll. We have 3 minutes left until we announce the fan favorite of the season. So get your votes in if you have not voted yet. Right now, we're currently at 61 different people voted.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a lot of votes.
How close is it, Oxy? How close is it?
I can't disclose that.
Can I just add on to Isaac's point about Sugar taking the credit for the move of talking to the Magenta Tribe members? Sugar can kind of confirm this, but it does actually make me feel quite guilty, because I was the one that kind of convinced Sugar to go to the other side with me, and he got all the shit for it and ended up getting voted out over it.
Pretty much, yeah. I also want to make one thing very clear, is that if we did get majority me, Aqua, Boom, and Toad, to answer one question I know people wondering, I was never going to take Boom or Aqua to the final 3, because I think that would have been one of the stupidest things you could do.
Yeah, and what I was going to say to Isaac is that I feel that if you did flip, you and Super would have been in the finals, just because I feel like Vodka, Boom, and Toad would all target each other at Final 5. Because
I mean, again, I didn't want to leave it into that, because you never know, really.
No, that's fair.
All right, so we're gonna go to another question from the chat. Nick Croc, wait, NKS, I don't know. Boom, go find his question. I'll ask it after.
No.
What PvP? What would you have changed about your game?
No doubt, there was definitely one part I would have changed, which is definitely when I did, in my mind, when I thought I was flipping from Sugar, I thought I was making this massive move. But again, it was one of those 2020 moments, because when I looked back, I realized, no, that was really when I shot myself in the leg. Because essentially the jury hated me, and the people working with me weren't probably going to vote for me either, even though they also considered me a threat, which was like the worst case you could probably be in. So no, absolutely, I would have stuck with Sugar at the final 8 and probably would have backstabbed him like maybe a vote or 2 later, because it clearly showed that was the wrong time to backstab him.
Boom. NKS said that wasn't a strategy. It's just because Boom had no friends. I don't know what question that kind of question.
Yeah, I read that too. I don't know what he's talking about.
Boom. What was your strategy?
Boom, we have no friends. Just simply
I guess I don't have
no
friends.
question.
It's a statement. You know what? I'm gone. I'm going. All right. Anyway, for what my actual strategy was, like, I know at the beginning of the season I said, like, I want to try to be like...
It's not there for me. All right, keep on going.
All right, yeah, just cut me off, Oxy. All right.
Fucking rude.
Yeah, so my basic strategy was just... I originally was going to just try to be villainous, backstab everybody, but then I just realized I don't like that. It's super stupid, and I hate it. So I kind of just reverted back to normal Boom, just like kind of chilling socially. Try to make as many friends as possible because the closer you are with somebody, the less likely they are to try to put a target on your back. And considering the fact that even if I didn't get votes at a tribal, I was pretty much brought up as a candidate to be taken out at most, if not all, tribals. It's actually now Final Five. I definitely was not a target at all. But other than that, yeah. But other than that, yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like I just wanted to coast. I just want to have a good time, meet some new people, kind of just hang out for a little bit.
All right. One more question before we get the fan favorite.
Do mine.
Actually, we're gonna do yours. I'll do yours after the fan favorite. Basically, we already asked the captain's question. Who was the hero and who was the villain? Yeah,
Sugar.
NKS, I can't see her. Just okay. I'll ask that after the fan favorite case. Who was the hero and who was the villain of the season?
I think short-term hero was definitely Sugar.
Yeah, the Sugar was the hero. PP is probably the villain.
I think if we're gonna go each tribe, I like to think I'm the hero of Lime. The villain would be PvP. On the other tribe, I'd say the hero was Boom, and the villain was probably maybe Brothers is the only person I can think of.
Yeah, there wasn't really any like.
Tribe was pretty heroic.
He's dead.
Early to really tell.
Hello.
All right, time to announce the fan favorite. You guys have 30 seconds left to vote if you haven't voted.
You might want to get back on the server, Chief.
Wait.
Boom,
My computer crashed. Hold up, I'm coming back.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll ask another question while Boom gets back on.
He's going to have dinner again.
Oh, we'll ask
No, not again.
We'll ask NKS's question. Shane, if you got the merge, do you think you would have won like 7 immunities in a row? Since everyone sucked Mongo cock this entire season.
Right, okay. Do you want to fight?
Yeah, but
I threw one of my 2 challenges for the record.
Yeah, what the hell?
Shane, do you think you would have won 7 immunities in a row?
Shane's not in the call.
Oh.
His computer's just processing. He doesn't.
Guys, I'm alive again.
Okay.
Great. Shane isn't.
No, it's okay. Guys, it's fine.
Oh, did he leave?
Oh, and he's dead.
All right, well, Shane's dipped, so it's time for
He's proper dipped.
It's time for the fan favorite, so I'm actually just gonna make a few seats. 1, 2. We're gonna do top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm gonna announce.
No
it in
way.
No particular order.
Am I flying?
Sit down.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I
get down.
probably got the least votes.
All right. So the person with the least votes was Isaac with 3.
Oh.
Our top 5
Jeez.
are, in no particular order, Ecko, Aquarius, Sugar, Boom, and Shane. So if your name was called up, you can go sit down.
And not Tommy. Wow.
Wait, what? Who were the 5 again? Us 3, Shane, and
Sugar,
who?
it was me,
Ecko.
you, Ecko, Shane, and
I was the one from Lime. What the fuck? I went out 2 episodes of the merge. What's wrong with you people?
Anyways, so I'm gonna announce this from 5th to. Did Shane say Shane's probably doing it? She had a Skeppy event or something like that. They had a stream. Anyways, so I'm gonna announce this from last place to first place. So in 5th place with 23% of the votes or 14 votes is Ecko.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. In 4th place with 15 votes or 24.6% is Shane.
He's also not there.
So we're gonna delete these chairs now.
get him out of here.
All right.
You could have just made it top 3 because they're just not here.
Yeah.
In 3rd place with 16 or 26.2% of the votes is Boom.
Yeah. Ooh.
I told you it was
And there is
these
a
two.
10 vote difference between 2nd
Ooh.
and 1st place. In 2nd place with 17 votes or 27.9 is Sugar. And with 27 votes, Aquarius
Holy
has
shit.
won fan favorite of Minecraft.
Way.
It was gonna
Aquarius,
be
how
one.
does it feel to be fan favorite?
Why? I don't get it.
Well, how's it feel?
I guess it's cool. Thank you.
You got 44.3% of the people voted for you.
Cool.
That's
Thanks.
like almost half.
I
of you, Chief.
appreciate it.
That's all I have. Aquarius didn't think he was gonna win. You were
No,
winning
because
by a
I don't
long
know
shot.
anyone.
You were winning by a long shot for almost the whole time. Sugar was winning at first, and then you just took off.
Oh,
Alright,
He
you guys
popped
go sit
off.
back down. Kane,
okay.
Okay.
Come back here.
All right.
Well, thank you to everyone. I'm shocked, but thank you.
You can go sit back down.
Boom, come back over here.
Alright, we have a
Don't
few more
crash again.
questions. Does anyone think the tribe leader's twist had anything to do with the game dynamically?
No.
Not really.
Not really.
It might have drawn some people to Sugar. I don't know how. That's about it I can think of.
Nah, I think Sugar just does that normally. He's hot.
Yeah,
Cheers, Bibbs.
Sylvia checked you.
I know. I didn't really care.
Yeah. All right.
I'm the only audience member.
Sugar, how does it feel to get
The only-
second in the fan favorite poll?
I mean, I to be honest with you, I don't think I deserved first, considering that, in the grand scheme of things, I made a. What the? Sorry, hang on.
It's not necessarily about how far you make, it's more of how much of a difference you make.
Well, I think one thing that I think I would like to clear, because obviously I did get a very strong edit. One of the things that I'm sure factored into that was in the cancelled season of season 6, which was called the Grand Canyon. I had a very entertaining game, which unfortunately never made it to light. So I think as a little bit of compensation, Oxy would have edited me a bit better than most.
Oh,
I had a pretty
fourth.
terrible game.
You got fourth. Sorry. And then
Yeah,
Socks
he
got
was-
fourth out.
Uh,
Socks also got
what
first
could have
move.
been? Yeah, I voted about.
I
No
did
shame.
By the
shame.
way, I'm back now. I had to walk my dogs.
Boom, Oddco got one fan favorite.
How did that take 15
Good job, good
minutes?
job. Didn't take 15
Thank
minutes.
you.
I was there for like 2.
Yeah, he's only been gone.
Why did you walk your dog for 2 minutes?
You had to
I
shit.
walked mine
No
for
one
an
does that.
hour.
All right, does
She
anyone
had
else
to
in
take
the
a shit.
chat have any more questions, or does anyone in the cast have any more things to say?
I have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
Oh, I
Kane? You can
saw
say it.
one guy who said something.
Yeah, someone asked Boom if he would play any.
Do you mind?
Oh,
Boom, what are the names of your dogs? Someone's just asked that.
What's up? Oh, one's Lola, the other one's Ash.
Boom, do you think you'd change anything about the game you played?
I don't think so. I mean, outside of the failed idle play, which honestly probably helped me, if anything. Now I'm like really thinking about it. Like, let's say I played that correctly, right? I would have immediately been seen as sort of like, the most threatening out of the 3 pink guys left. So by totally fucking myself over by playing that idol, in a way, I kind of, pushed myself further down and like made it seem like I wasn't as big of a threat, at least. So like, I guess not. I think I played it pretty well.
And also, who do you guys think was the craziest person this season?
Okay.
Boom.
Crazy is a broad word.
Yeah, really, like
Alright, most
crazy
paranoid.
how.
Most paranoid.
Zach.
Oh, most annoying?
Most paranoid.
Oh, boom.
Yeah, me.
Boom,
I thought it
boom,
was
hands down.
Yeah, by far.
but
Sylvia, why do you think you're not hated, but why do you think you didn't connect well with your tribe at the beginning of the game?
Sausage
I
fest.
don't.
Sausage fest.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't have a lot of qualities to share with them, and I also fucked up in the second challenge, so it's only game. It's only a game. I'm fine.
Sugar, you're
To be fair, that one parkour on the second challenge was. I'm not sure if the footage showed it very well, but it was fucking hard.
Yeah.
I was the only person to actually complete it without anything being altered.
You and Shane were.
Oh, Shane did it as well.
Yeah.
I thought he did the ladders.
oh nice.
Oh no, and I had to make.
How did I beat the parkour before Shane did? Hold up.
I don't know. Shane.
Somebody explain that.
I don't know.
You
You're a
you're-
king, bro.
British. You have an
You're
advantage.
king.
All right.
What?
No, that was the first challenge.
So PvP and Toad, you guys both won 2 immunities. Who do you guys think were better at comps?
Me.
Toad.
You sure about that, PvP? Are
God.
you sure about that, Chief?
One of them was a piston puzzle, so I'm gonna. And I mean,
Let me ask you guys. a
No,
question.
the
was good-
piston
who was-
puzzle.
No, who was good at a variety of skills and who was good at, just parkour?
Yeah, but Toad, in his defense, did almost beat you in the piston puzzle. It's not like he was
Yeah,
so
that,
far
and
behind.
also, do you remember literally every single tribal challenge where I had to tell you how to do the parkour?
All right, Boom. How does it feel to win? So basically, how I saw it is whoever won that fire making won the game. Boom. How does it feel to come up on top, and how that ended your story?
Dude, I thought that was the most epic way for me to enter FTC, I knew I was gonna have to rely mostly on my words. Due to the fact that I didn't win anything. Let's be frank. Like I legitimately didn't win anything. So to go to that
I mean, you won the game.
Final Four, that did happen. That did happen. But to go to the Final Four, I was honestly hoping I could go to Fire, kind of like prove my worth a little bit, show that even though I might have lost every challenge, had played two. Well, I didn't play the second one, but two idols for me that ended up negating no votes. But to go to that fire making and actually be able to come out on top, despite that stupid one little log that just stayed there forever for some reason, the edit didn't justify how long I was sitting there waiting for that thing to freaking burn. But yeah, it felt awesome. It was probably it was the best I felt all day.
To the Brits, does staying up super late affect how you played?
Oh, I have a lot to say about this. Basically, a load of people were saying that they were tired. I think it was around Final 7 time, and every time someone basically said they were tired, I was there just to tell them to shut the fuck up because I was 5 or 6 hours ahead of them. It was about 4 in the morning.
The best I can say is when I was voted out, it was 3:30 a.m. And they played for another 5 hours after I was voted out. So
yeah, I ended up going into bed at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was almost 1 a.m. for me when I walked, so.
Any more questions for it's for the Brits? Blah 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 blah. How do you guys
Brit
feel
gang.
about the abundance of parkour this season?
I liked it.
I loved it. I actually really liked it.
I hated it.
Although I'd like, I mean, as much as it was great for me, I'd rather a variety of challenges. I do remember that actually, Final 7 challenge, what it actually did come down to was the word puzzle. So, I mean, it shows I'm not just good at parkour. I'm not
that one had
retarded in the head. You what?
Skipping your question, Joe. What was your question? Why is Boom so no? Boom,
dude, he's so hot and sexy.
I didn't say that.
I'm what can I say? Genetics, I guess. I'm just super hot and super sexy.
How the fuck did you fall for that?
Nick Crocus has been spamming questions, which I love. Odka, why were you so bad at challenge?
Because I don't play this game? Because I'm terrible? I don't know.
Just professional Pokemon, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you get paid to play Pokemon? Because that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I do. It's like you put money in a pool and then the winner gets a
Play
certain
Pokemon
amount.
Insurgents as a Nuzlocke, it's pain.
Oh yeah, it's difficult.
For Pokemon Uranium with a friend, and I found a shiny on the second.
All right, does anyone have any more questions before we end off the reunion? You guys, we're gonna end off the reunion at 45 minutes exactly, so we got another 7 minutes in us. I want to say, how did you guys think the season turned out as a whole, editing wise, and how you guys were shown? So we'll start with Sylvia.
I didn't hear the question. I was doing something. Wait, repeat it. Sorry.
How do you guys think the season came out as a whole, like editing wise, and like how do you feel about your edit?
I loved my edit. I loved it so much. I mean, I got when it came merged, I got as much professional as its first boot, so I got legit a hated edit, and when I got eliminated, people were saying thank God that bitch is gone, so
Alright,
sure. I'm good.
Oh, I love my edit. I thought my edit was great. Who did the edging again? What was his name?
Jackal.
Jackal. Yeah, Jackal. I mean, he's what he did the edgic, whatever. He did the proper editing stuff for Reddit and stuff. So him saying that I had a really strong basically winners edit until I was voted out as yeah, I think I got a really good edit.
He's still not doing that edit right now. He needs to do the freaking
edgic
one.
Guys, let's hunt him down.
Why did you stop doing character ranking after episode 1? Anyways, Odka, how did you feel about the season as a whole plus your edit?
I thought it was good. I was a little disappointed with the episode I got voted out. I wish I could have gotten more screen time, which was, I think, something that Jackal was also talking about. But, I felt pretty good with I mean, I got so many confessionals, so I really can't complain.
Yep, you probably will have the second most right behind Boom. And Boom.
Yeah.
And Boom
Do I have a record? Is that a record, by the way?
It probably is. But Boom also lasted 3 more episodes than you, so I mean. Anyways, Boom,
Don't
who's
matter,
your
no
favorite
matter to
sibling?
me.
Fine.
Oh, Mikey. By the way, that's my little cousin. Mikey, we've gone over this. We don't have favorites here. All right. That's all I gotta say.
But next question is Boom and Oddka.
Wow, okay, skip over the rest of us.
Everyone on this one.
Wait, I'm trying. Oh yeah, skip over. Toad, how did you feel about your edit as a whole?
I mean, I'm definitely impressed with how I ended up getting edited for the season because, I mean, I don't think anyone actually noticed this, but it was like it's the first recorded Minecraft Survivor I've ever played, like ever. So to get fifth in itself is fucking phenomenal. Like, I wasn't expecting to win the first time around, so to come fifth and to have made the difference I made was brilliant, and I'm happy that the guy who made the edit kind of acknowledged the efforts I made, and I feel like it's generally been great for me.
Isaac?
I think my edit overall in the season, it really did pick up towards the end. I know it was supposed to pick up right at the merge, but some things that happened that aren't like Oxy's fault obviously got in the way of that. So of course I do wish I could it could have been as strong as it would have been had those things not happened. But overall I am satisfied as like the person that going into the finale, Jackal was like, this person has to win or the season's story is whack. So hey.
Alright, PvP. PvP.
He died.
He's good.
Oh,
He
okay.
died.
He's good.
So sorry, I'm here.
Oh, there it is.
I
Popped
turned
up
my
on
mic
Oblivion.
off when I'm typing because yeah. Okay. Anyways, but to answer your question, definitely it was a moment like when I don't know how to fully explain it. I think the best way is that there was really only one moment that I felt kind of like was crucial for my character, and I was really looking forward to it being in the episode, and then it never happened. Which was when I gave a confessional kind of talking about how I felt bad about what I was about to do to Sugar, because I knew I had this little feeling that they had idols, and they had several of them, and I knew the best way to handle it is to lie to Sugar because he would trust my word over anybody else. It was really messed up, but I was proud of the move, and it never made it in, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, some people.
I mean, overall, otherwise, I felt I was pretty accurately represented, and that's me saying that I sucked. Yeah. So yeah. All right, cool.
Super.
What? I mean, my edit was ass, but I don't really care. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, you did say you were gonna.
It is what it is.
You did say you were gonna play under the radar.
Yeah, I know. I wanted less confessionals, though.
You wanted less?
Yeah.
I wanted less attention.
The third place finalist said it, but he got second place.
All right,
Yeah,
Bo,
one
how
of
do you
third.
feel about your edit?
Oh, I felt pretty good. The only thing I was a little bit like confused about is that like throughout all of pre-merge, like I'm looking at Jackal's Edgic right now. Like I was CP, 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 and then I was just like a bunch of middle of the road stuffs. So I mean, I guess it makes sense just because of the events that happened. But I as I was watching, I was like, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I had a good time, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't really care how my edit looked. I had a fun time playing with everybody here. So, you know, the actual finished product didn't really matter.
On the Edgic right now?
I don't know.
Because somebody.
Oh, wait a minute.
Has he changed it?
No, because
Has he done anything?
He put Boom to the top, and Boom isn't supposed to be there right now because that will spoil the season for Jackal.
But I'm a god.
I think he's put me down. I think he's watched part 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because look, if you go down the list, you can see.
Yeah, but no.
He's probably gonna work on it in a bit. Let's give him time. Give him
time, Oxy. God, leave him alone,
Give him time.
man.
Because some other people.
Give him time. Hurry the fuck up.
Anyways, all right. Does
That
anyone
was really aggressive.
Boom, which Survivor winner from the real show do you think you are, even though you don't watch Survivor?
Obviously, I don't watch Survivor, but many people already compared me to Denise. I could totally see that. My Oddka was practically my Malcolm, except
except without the tryhard part.
Except without the tryhard part. But yeah, definitely Denise. that's pretty much all I know. I just know her name. I watched a little bit of Winners at War. Go Tony. Good for him. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Any other final questions?
Joe, why did you give the tribe such a good name?
Joe, why did you
No.
give the tribe such a good name?
I don't know. It just kind of came to me.
I'll take Fabio.
It was when fucking PvP decided to name his rabbit Charlotte. So I put the really retarded OE in Charlotte, and then we saw the snowman, and I thought, let's call him Grug.
All right.
Oh, and
For the exact same reason.
Lurky, I'll take Fabio.
Why did it
Fabio's
have like a
hilarious, cool
weird
guy.
symbol in the middle?
Boomerang, final question. Why was Anton? Well, Boom, you can't even answer this. Oddkill, why was Anton voted out first?
I feel bad because it wasn't Anton's fault. It was basically like on one side there's Ecko. I get it was more complex, but this was my perspective at the time. On one side, I could vote with Ecko, Brothers, and Shane, and on the other side, I could vote with Anton, Boom, and Tommy. And Tommy was so lost and confused. I was like, I do not want to be a part of this 4. So I was part of the other 4, and they were like, let's vote for Anton. And I was like, sure, why not?
Wait, Oddka, did my name come up, by the way, in that first vote? Pretty sure
Yeah,
it did.
it was between you and Anton.
Boom,
it's so
how does it feel
dumb.
'cause You got first, Boom.
Fucking dumb.
I don't know. I don't know. I bet in some parallel universe right now, I was first boot and Anton ended up winning this season. And Jesus Christ, how funny would that have been? I was gonna whatchamacallit. I don't even know. I'm kind of lost for words.
All right. Does anyone have any final words before we end
Bye.
the reunion? Thank you guys for a great season. Wait, final question. With the production of the season, how do you guys think the editing was?
That was awesome.
Editing was good. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Given
I know
that
you
there
just
was only
wanna,
one camera for like
stroke-
Final 7 onwards.
I know you just want to stroke your ego, so I'll stroke it real good. Sick
right.
editing,
Anyways,
bruh.
we're gonna warp to this S7 tribal because I want to.
Okay.
Can we go with you?
Yes, Kane. Not Kane. You slash kick. You.
I'm here.
Kane, fuck off. Fuck off, Kane.
All right.
Little slag.
We killed Kane. Wait, what?
There, so I don't have to look
Yeah, I
for
can
warps.
TP everyone. Hold on.
Oh, wait,
Let me
I'm
TP
already
you.
there. Hold up.
TP to Mr. Oxy. Oxy, go there then.
I already did
All
it.
right, everyone. Here is the S7 tribal. And yeah, we get to take a look and we can end the stream off.
Yes, I am on the production and I totally did all the work building this.
No,
I didn't. I actually haven't done anything.
Is
Please
there a
help.
preview next season, Exudaman? No, there is not because we haven't recorded it yet. So we're literally just gonna go to tribal and sit here. Anyways,
Nice.
Thank you guys all so much for watching the reunion today. Does anyone have any final words before I end the stream?
Oh yeah, I'll say a little something.
I was robbed.
Thanks everybody here for making this a fun time. It was a great time. One of the probably most fun game shows I think I've ever played in, and that's saying a lot. Even though I may have only been in the community for about like a couple months now, this was by far like the most, even besides winning the whole thing, just having a good time wise. Like I had an awesome time. I don't know if I could say the same for you guys, but yeah, it was great season. Thanks Oxy, thanks production, thank you guys. I'm out of the tribal now. All right, somebody else talk.
Does anyone else have any final words?
It was me. I killed the dog.
Could you
Thank you for the fun season.
All right, thank you guys all so much for watching. Season 7 should be out in around a month. We need to do casting and recording and stuff like that, but that should be coming out in about a month. I'm gonna be making other videos before then, but and from
Lovely message.
Lovely message. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this full season, and if you stuck here the whole time, thank you. Congratulations for Akka, the favorite. Congratulations for Boom for winning, and I'm Oxy. And
Why do the barrels just say hi? You open them, it just says hi.
Anyways, I'm Oxy, and I'm out.